everybody. Hope everything's going good. Christmas holidays and all. This is December 28th, 29th, just after Christmas 2022. And Mark has been working on doing the base for the scenery. I'm gonna let him talk here. This is Mark, and he's our scenery guy, so I'm gonna let him do the talking here. Go for it, Mark.
Well, what we're doing at this point in time of the layout of the Denver Southwestern, we're building the canyon scene, which we have here on the east side of the layout. And you've got to build a substructure, and you can build it out about anything you want it to. Cardboard strips are good. We use scraps of 1/4-inch plywood, 3/4 plywood, things that I retrieve from my shop, of the scrap yard of my shop. So we have an endless supply of those items. Cardboard's always easy to come by. Newspaper, easy to come by. So in this area here, what we're looking at here, this is coming around to our Santa Fe yard, and this is where our canyon starts. And so we put a blocker there so you can't see the other side of the scenery, so this can pull you into a picture scenery. And we're going to put a mirror on the opposite side so you get a reflective base, so it's not just a big piece of plywood there on the opposite side. So anyway, these sides will slope with mountains up to the top there, up to that upper layer. And so we start off with the substrates, which are cardboard, 1/4 inches, as I was saying, and then we build our basic shape out of that. And once we get to that level, we're happy with that. Then we come to this level over here on this far side of the canyon. So we've done the same thing with cardboard and strips here. And what I do is I put behind it, on the very back of it, plastic, just a 6mm plastic you get from one of your hardware stores. And I go and I tape all that off and put that all in, and I stuff newspaper in there along with the cardboard strips where I want them and how I want them. And crumple up the paper. I use a little contact glue to kind of hold it in place. Work simple, little tape, contact glue. Use some tape here to cover for the portals of the tunnel, where the tunnels are going to be, so I don't have an issue with that. I've still got to put the tunnel portals in before I start the scenery, and we're building the tunnel portals. Now this webbing you see on here is a real simple process. And it's a great way to do scenery, and we're going to have a couple phases of this. So this is the first phase of the scenery. This webbing is a mesh. It's a nylon mesh that we use in construction processes for stucco drive-it systems that we put over on the homes. So what it does, it interlocks and makes a very tight bond, versus the plastic, which some people have put things on plastic, and I don't like it just on plastic because I don't think it's rigid enough. So we still have some more to put down here into the canyon, lower part of the dry gulch here, that we're going to call this dry gulch in the canyon, which is going to run all the way down here. And then we're going to do this section first before we can do this, because we can't reach as easy to do the scenery. So all I've done here is I've taken up some OSB boards and put on the bottom for a substrate to just kind of give it some ridgeability. And then here again, here, this is going to be a tunnel, and I've got to put the mesh over it, but I've got to put the tunnel port in and then tape it all up. So when I get all that presented, ready to go and I like where my paper is, if I need to add some more, I'm going to stand back and look at my undulation in the terrain. I'm going to come in here with a big 2-part system foam, and I'm going to foam this real thin.
Mark, can we put that on another video and discuss that?
Well, that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be in phase 2, but that's what's going to go in here next, is the foam, after we get all this done. So that will be in the second video. So you want to stay tuned to those, because this lesson that I'm going to teach everybody here is a great way to create scenery quickly on a large scale.